Welcome to the CFG Gamecast, episode number 200. A weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers that like to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and so much more. So show us some love. Do us a favor, like, follow, or subscribe to our YouTube page, the CFG channel, or go to our main channel, or our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today, I got my awesome co-host, Lex, in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
200, man, that's crazy. I wasn't here for all of them, but I like to pretend that I was.
Hey, you were here for the majority of them, so there you go.
I was.
At least half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I took this week off for some personal stuff. I mean, it's not like a secret or anything. Herman is passing on. He hasn't seen the light quite yet, but it's shining off in the distance, and he's making his way to the Rainbow Bridge. So we are spending as much time with him as we can. And I got sick this week, so I was like, you know what? Perfect time for me to just chill in bed and hang out with my kitty and enjoy him while I still can. I was doing a lot of research this week, though, as far as like video game stuff. So I feel like I caught up on everything and nothing at the same time, if that makes sense. I saw everybody's Lethal Company clips, which are absolutely hysterical. I didn't think that game would be scary at all. I was wrong.
Wait, back up.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off,
Mhm.
okay, I messed up on the transition. I'll stay with this two frames. Lethal Company itself, okay, so with Lethal Company,
Yeah.
someone told me about it, and they were saying that like Davis, you would love this game. I'm like, I don't believe you, because I've seen horror, and then I was like, this thing looks freaking creepy as hell to me.
I don't think it looks creepy at all, and that's why I think I didn't think it would be
Like
spooky.
shock value though. I mean, it's just like
Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't even gotten into the midst of what has been sent to me. Like,
uh-huh.
there's something that looks like a Jack in a Box and, like, a creepy doll. There's a guy that has, a spring neck. I call him Mr. Bobblehead. I don't know what his name is. And then the guy that I call Mr. Peacock, he looks like he has feathers, and he goes, I don't know. Um, but yeah, I've seen the spider, the thing with no legs. I've seen the dinosaur thingies. I get eaten by sand monsters and quicksand quite often. You know, as a child, I thought quicksand was going to be more of an issue in my real life. As an adult,
Mhm.
not not the case. But in this game, yes, manage to step in quicksand every time that there is. Um, I think what makes it funny is the cutoffs of, like, vocals from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not that it's necessarily scary, it's like, all of a sudden, Dust will go, "Oh my god, it's a turret!" And then he, like, takes off, and then he'll make some funny sound effect, or he'll be like, "Guys, we can make it, come on!" And Smitty's like, "Okay," and then I hear, "Smitty's dead." Um, every time we had to jump across something, Smitty would basically hit the floor, and by that, I mean he would drop many, many floors and die, which was always funny, because we encouraged him, but he would die every single time.
Wow.
Except the one time I died, he survived that, and then crossing back over, he missed. But, yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I think what's funny about it is, or what's spooky, I guess spooky and fun, 'cause it's both. It's not really scary. What makes it give it that atmosphere is everybody's trying to accomplish one mission, right? And so you're
Mhm.
working together to do this, but then little friends come out to play. And I'm a good shovel whacker. If there's little dudes that try to eat your face, I'm your guy. I'm a good little shovel whacker. Um, but
Shovel whacker, okay.
yeah, you can have a shovel and you whack them with it. I also like to hit Dust with the shovel too. I learned that kills him. Whoops. Um,
Okay.
but, we had a lot of fun. It was a blast. I think just hearing random screams cut off in the distance is what gives it that fun, spooky feel, and because you're all working on a clock, right? If it gets dark, you're screwed. So, you're all working on this clock, and time moves differently. So, what feels like 2 minutes to you then becomes nighttime outside, and you have to
Mhm.
bring your stuff that you collected back to the ship, and if you don't meet the quota, then you get evacuated into space, which is also funny. But
Wow.
it's kind of like if Among Us was a little more
It kind of looks like a mixture of Among Us and Five Nights at Freddy.
correct, kind of, but not scary like Five Nights. No,
It's fun.
there's not that much detail.
Is Five Nights really scary though? I mean, it seems like it's like a shock value kind of thing, but same thing because it's like the animals
You're
are
asking the wrong
possessed.
person.
Say what?
I said you're asking the wrong person. Because yes and no. I think the original Five Nights at Freddy's, what gives it that je ne sais quoi is the fact that you're so focused on getting your timing right that when you mess up, it startles you, right? Because everything's pretty quiet up until that
Mhm.
moment. And so, yes and no. The newer games are a little more divulgent in story lore, like, Sister Location, that one was pretty terrifying because you're in, like, weird spaces, like an elevator, or you're like, walking through a vent tube. That's terrifying. This is
Mhm.
very much more open, um but again, if someone is screaming and they run out the front door, their scream gets cut off and you have no idea what just happened. Is there a
Right.
monster coming? Did they get a scare and they ran out? What is it? And everything, it's not super, it's very pixelated, like very
Mhm.
cartoonish. And so I think people let their imaginations go. And I think that's what makes it scary for them. I didn't find it terrifying. It was fun. I
Yeah.
liked it a
Okay.
lot.
Well, that's good. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, I'm sorry, we kind of
Yeah.
digress, but but other than that, the
I
your
think you might like it. I mean, you can have my login, you can play.
nah, I'm like nah, I'm just funny. I was watching my friend Doc
Mhm.
Doc play it, and I was like, wow, this show,
Wait,
this is
Doc
definitely
Lemillion?
not for me. Yeah, no, Doc Lemon,
Oh,
yeah,
I
Doc
didn't know he
Lemons
was
plays it
playing
too.
it. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. I think
yeah.
you might like it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You
No,
would be a good mission leader.
I would be the yeah, because I'll be like, I'll have
"Come
y'all
on, guys, let's go!"
y'all do the hard work, and then I'm just like, okay, it's like you remember you got to protect your fearless leader
Right.
in the
You
process.
just stay in the ship, close the door, and, like, talk to us on the radio. That's fine.
Hey, you know what? In real life, if that was the scenario that you were in, you can't say that you wouldn't do the same at this point because I sure as
No.
hell wouldn't. It's
I'm
like there's one outside, lock the doors. The
true,
end.
true.
Yes.
Yeah, I had
So
a
no.
dinosaur pull me out of the ship. I was like, "Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
oh my god.
I made so much money, and then this happens." I was pissed.
I can bet. I bet. It's like Day Night says, when people run in terror, the running itself makes it look so funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I just need.
especially 'cause, like, Dust will make sound effects, like, "Bee boo, bee boo, bee boo," as he's running by, so it's just, "Bee boo, bee boo, bee
You know what?
boo, oh my god."
I might need to. Yeah, I might need to play. Like, we just might need to do like a stream together session, like what we did for
Yeah,
what's it called? Because
with
remember,
Dust makes
dude.
it funny.
Yeah, dude. Like, even in the first one, the time when we played that one game, that horror game, for in October,
Yeah,
what
Labyrinth
was it called? Yeah,
Labyrinthine.
labyrinthine. Yeah, like even with that, like you already saw, like I was already I was already
Those
freaking on my
monsters are
like
scary.
edge
These
on
ones
my
not so
seat.
much.
Yeah, but it wasn't even the monsters that were getting me. It was that stupid ghost buzzer thing that's inside the maze that was always throwing me off. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was just like, and I literally like
I forgot you
jump
were doing the
scare.
chapters, yeah.
I'm like,
Mhm.
I hate it, man. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not, I am not good at horror movie or horror games.
You
So,
just
but
gotta let it go. Let
just
it
let it
go.
go. Just accept
Let it
it.
go.
I gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyways, as for
How
me,
are
dude,
you this week?
oh yeah, I'm doing good. I was doing
Thanks
good.
for letting me ask.
Yeah, I finished Super Mario RPG on Monday, which was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, which was a fun game. Loved the game. It was a nice retro RPG. And I just have to say that this is like a good intro RPG for any fans that like the like, very simple, very easy, but just the journey throughout the game was just a delight. It was really good. I will now, yeah, just I mean, and to be honest with you, $60 for this game in this situation, like the original game costs about can go as high as low as $90 on the Super Nintendo, as high as 300 or $400. So like $60 is a steal relatively. Yeah, it's the game itself is kind of rare because they didn't make a lot of copies of it. So that was yeah. So then on top of that, you have collectors and stuff that you know, like Super Nintendo collectors has just gone and just priced that sucker up, you know. So yeah, it was a great thing. So no, I definitely loved it. Then I started my run for Final Fantasy 15 to be the final Final Fantasy. This is the last Final Fantasy I have never beat. I never beat. So I started the stream on that yesterday. So it's going good. So yeah.
Nice.
So it's been a very nice chill week so far, and hopefully we'll hopefully get to finish this before the end of December, and then just wait till the Final Fantasy hullabaloo is going to happen in February of next year, as well as a massive amount of other things. So but anyways, let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. I know you don't want to talk about anything more than just Final Fantasy strats and things that I like to do. So what's called, so each of us chooses a topic or discussion in the world of video game from the previous week. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry, and we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick, to be a part of the conversation. So if there is something that you're wanting to talk about, by all means, just chime in inside any of the chats there. We keep an eye on the chats, and if you excuse me, and if you're and we would love to make it as interactive as possible, and we would put it inside the podcast itself. We'd love to just talk amongst the folks that listens to us live. So anyways, let's get this party started. Lex,
it's my turn. Dan, no, I have not tried Chucky out yet. I can't wait though. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, not yet.
That's kind of not fair, dude. Like,
what?
How do you have Chucky as one of the DBD people? Like, he's like 3 feet tall, 3 feet tall.
That's heightist, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm just saying, like, you see what he needed to do. He needs like a pulley system just to put you on the hooks.
I was right. Oh, I don't even know. I've never seen. I don't know. I'm curious. I haven't played, and I haven't really looked into my friends playing it because I wanna be surprised. I don't know, but I think I'd be good at him because I'm little and I'm good at sneaking around, but not when I'm a big person, you know.
Yeah,
so I think that's. I'm not
saying I'm not saying that little people cannot be murderers, because they sure as hell can.
Of course. I wanted to be able to kick him like you can with Victor, but I don't think that's
oh possible. Wow. Yeah, well, we'll see yeah, we'll see how this is gonna go, but yeah,
I'll report back.
So let's
my topic though is about the Fallout TV show. So if you didn't hear, we've got a fun little trailer for you. The new it's going to be on Amazon Prime, so it's expected to be out 2024. I don't know if they've listed a month yet.
They didn't. They put just
2024. So if you're a fan of the Fallout TV show, don't worry, it's not about the game. I know you're thinking, what do you mean? It's canon, so it will go along with the games and it will elaborate on them. So the show will mainly revolve around 3 characters: the Vault Dweller Lucy, the Young Brotherhood of Steel soldier Maximus, Aaron Motton, and Walton Goggins, who I love, as the Ghoul. So basically, Lucy leaves her vault. She's on a mission. She runs into other characters that are also on missions, and the fun will be had. So Nolan, we got into a long discussion before we started the podcast. We bonded. We're both Sons of Anarchy fans, and Goggins was in Sons of Anarchy. Sorry, I'm still getting over cold.
Walter Goggins has actually been in a lot of different shows.
He's in so much stuff, man.
He's what great. What I really love about him is that he doesn't care. Like he plays any kind of role out there, and you don't know him, like his face, but when you think about like he was one of yeah, but yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry, I digress.
You don't know his name, but you know his face. Like
Exactly,
he's one of
exactly.
those actors.
Hmm.
So I'm really excited. He in fact looks like a ghoul. So they did the SFX makeup. They put a total bridge around his eyebrows and underneath his eyes to give him the ghoul look, and of course the nose. He looks fantastic in the preview. I'm super excited. I think this is going to be really good. I'm glad that it's not like the games themselves. I'm glad that it's canon and that it's gonna elaborate. Because I did play Fallout. It was a really long time ago. Um,
Hey, sorry
I
to
didn't
just
play 76 though.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry to
you're fine.
interrupt you. Can you slightly move to your right? Yeah, to your right. You're kind of
Oh,
slanting
I'm
off.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm just like half your
I
face.
I hurt my back, so I've been
Yeah,
leaning to the left. I will lean to
yeah.
the right.
Okay.
Um, so I'm just really excited for it. I think it's gonna be good. I like when they elaborate on things and don't necessarily go directly off of the games themselves. So I was curious what you thought, sir. What did you think of the trailers?
I haven't seen the trailer until today, and it looks good. I mean, it looks like exactly like a Fallout world. The only thing is kind of like the sky, because if you ever play the Fallout game, it's kind of murky.
Yes.
But this one doesn't really have it. I'm sure it does, but it would. Well, Day Night says I like Fallout, but I started late on 4. I'm tempted to play the older ones at some point. 4, I don't know if it's I think 4 is it's because okay, I think maybe 4 is it's because it's a Bethesda game, but I would play, yeah, I prefer the older games than I preferred 4. Like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas are really good ones. Now keep in mind, Fallout 3 is Bethesda. Fallout New Vegas is Obsidian. And Obsidian
Correct.
and Fallout New Vegas is known for how glitchy it is. It is super glitchy, but I prefer the story on it. So if that doesn't
Oh,
affect you, or
interesting.
yeah, like they had to do like a patch like years after the game so it could play on Steam correctly. It was
Mhm.
crazy, but if the overall fun of the game was good, it was a good it's a fun and good game. So yeah, I encourage you to try playing the past ones. Don't worry about 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 doesn't play like what you normally would see in what 4 is.
Correct.
Yeah, so but like I would start at 3 and then to do 3 New Vegas and then 4. So yeah, just for you
We
out there.
we had my dad had a airplane simulator and I had Fallout, and a few other little floppy disks, but Fallout was Fallout 1 and 2 I played with him, and
Hmm.
then I remember Fallout 3 coming out, and I didn't play it right away. I played it later. I haven't played New Vegas, and I did play part of Fallout 4, and then what I didn't play, I watched someone and I were essentially doing couch co-op and just trading off. Um, and so we were playing that together. But they're really good. I like it. I
Hmm.
didn't play 76. I said no thank you. Um, but it looks really good. I think it'll be good. And Jonathan Nolan is a fantastic producer and director, so I
I
why
mean,
not?
yeah, I mean, I mean, it looks like I said, it looks like a Fallout world. I am looking forward to seeing how this is. To say, can I wait? Yeah, I can wait. I know. I mean, I don't usually
Oh yeah,
watch.
of course.
I mean, I watch shows, but like I watch shows kind of like on my own time. Like apparently
Mhm.
that's what Lex is knowing about me.
Yep.
That's why you don't know. That's why you
Yep.
assume that you assume you know me, but you don't. But but it's good. No, I mean, I think it was it's a like we'll see. But just by natural, like the problem is that like video game like adaptations have a really bad taste in everyone's mouth when it comes to these kind of things. So I kind of put
I
yeah. So
right.
I put a slight reserve when it comes into that kind of deal. I mean, can it be done? I mean, we saw Last of Us. Last of Us is done beautifully, and they're building more world characters that wasn't even in the game itself, and it makes it better,
Mhm.
a better of a story experience. So yeah, I mean, it can be done, but I always have a reserve when it comes to video game adaptations, especially for like series like this. It's probably the better way of explaining like
Yeah.
giant video game genres, in my opinion. But like,
I always
yeah.
think it's good to go into anything with a little bit of skepticism and not getting your hopes up. If you don't get your hopes up, then you're not disappointed if it's not exactly what you thought it would be. You know what I mean? I think a
Mhm.
lot of times we as people, we become these beloved genres to us, and these fandoms, and then we get expectations, and then we are horribly let down when it is not what we thought it was going to be. Even if it ends up being good, we're still upset about it. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And
Uh,
I
uh,
think that's why I'm always like, "Yeah, it was an okay movie. It was good." People are like, "It
uh,
was horrible." I'm like, I guess we're watching 2 different movies. I don't know."
Clearly watching two different movies. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, that's I mean, it's like it's very funny when it comes to stuff like that. I definitely will agree. It's the biggest issue that I think is like, well, I mean, Amazon Prime has like, like amounts of money to do crazy tasks like this. So I definitely think they're going to do a good job. I mean, they've done a good job of the comic book adaptations of series of indie series like The Boys and Invincible
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So I'd rather put my trust in them. I don't know who Jonathan Nolan is. I may have seen what kind of work has
Westworld.
Jonathan Nolan. I haven't watched Westworld. I only watched maybe
Oh,
half a season of
it's so
Westworld.
good. I'm not done. I'm somewhere in season 2. Don't yell at me day and night. He's gonna be like, "What?" I'm somewhere in season 2. I keep other stuff comes out, and then I'm like, "Ah, I finished a season. Let me go back to Westworld." And then I forget about it, and
uh-huh.
then something else comes out. And not that I forget about it because it's not good. I just usually watch it after Dust goes to sleep, and then I don't know, I fall asleep during the episode, I'm like, "Dang it, I have to remember." If I start getting sleepy, I'm like, "I'm on episode 5." But he's a really good producer. He's done other stuff too, and it's
Mhm.
not coming to me off the top of my head.
Well, I'll find it. I'll find it. Wait, you said Jonathan? What's his name? Jonathan Major?
Jonathan Nolan.
Oh no, Jonathan Majors is Kang.
Isn't he a baseball player? Yes, that is King.
He
He's a British American screenwriter. He's done a bunch of stuff. Westworld, Fallout, Person of Interest, Interstellar, Memento,
did Interstellar. Oh wait,
Prestige. He did the whole Dark Knight series.
is wait no, that's Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan did the Dark
Oh,
Knight
I'm
series.
so
Is he
sorry.
is he related to
Why would they
to
put it
Christopher
there
Nolan?
then?
He's probably related. Oh, that's what. Yeah, because he's related to
Oh,
Christopher Nolan. He's related to Christopher Nolan.
and but as I click on his IMDb, it's like
Well, he was
Black
probably a
Knight or the
part of.
Dark Knight,
He was a
probably.
part of it. Maybe like he
Yeah.
was like, oh, it's like, hey, it's my brother, so I'm gonna give him a
He
job
was
as
a
a
part of
producer
the
or something.
Dark Knight, but I don't think he was a part of the other 2.
Yeah, so like, but he's directing Westworld. Not Westworld.
Mhm.
Sorry, he's directing Fallout
Correct.
itself.
Oh,
Eh, eh,
he was also a writer for the Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight.
mm,
So he was writing. So if it was Christopher Nolan, but then he was writing. So does that make sense? Yeah,
yeah,
you guys know
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah,
So he
yeah.
wrote them. So good
Oh,
for
okay, there
him.
you go. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, no, I think. Yeah. So until we get like an official release date, this seems like a movie, a series is going to come out. Like, this that's a girl that was from that's in The Boys actually. But I think this is going to be a series that's going to come out either in late spring or in summer or beginning of summer,
Yeah.
because that's how this would be a perfect series to kind of be in between, because
Yep. Kick off
summertime
summer.
yeah, because summertime is something that you kind of would go in between, would go like kind of in a lull, since most things usually don't kind of run during the
Mhm.
summer. So yeah, so I think it'll be perfect. Yeah.
I do
So
too.
are you gonna watch it when it comes out?
Oh yeah. I watched Halo. I've been watching all of them. I liked Halo. You guys didn't. I liked it.
I did. Well,
Um,
I have no shoe to go in the game with Halo. I was never a fan of
I
Halo.
liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it more than I do the newest game, which pisses a
Well,
lot of people off, but I'm
no,
sorry.
I
It's
don't
my
think so.
opinion. You
I
can have
think
your
that
opinion too.
I think the consensus with the newer game is kind of the same thing, though. So
Yeah.
like, so the new game was more disappointing. I think the new game was more disappointing than it helped its reputation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but then again, some people still play the multiplayer, but it doesn't stick nowhere near as well as the other ones. So.
No.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, no, that's
Yep.
cool. That's cool.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so that's good. Alrighty. So I am going to do my topic, which
Yes.
is a very interesting concept of a very interesting deal that is that's currently happening. Okay, so you like the digital age is virtually here. I mean, I don't even know the last time I
Oh,
actually
yeah.
bought a physical movie. Like it's been a long time for me to buy a physical movie if I wanted to buy something. I buy everything digital usually when it comes to films and stuff because I don't want a DVD collection. I now for gaming it's physical, but mostly everything else is like, oh, okay, I'm on Amazon Prime. Let me just get it on Prime Video, and then I have the library of Prime Video inside my own thing, and I can do it, and I can share it anywhere anywhere, anytime. Love the convenience of it. So, and I think most people don't think about that. And I mean, I don't think about that until there is going to be a situation where because one of my biggest fears is especially in the game when it comes to gaming is that you buy something for 70 bucks, you try to download it, but then they said, oh no, this was removed from the database, you can't download it again, and you just wasted 60 bucks. So what did you do? You rented it essentially. I mean even physical content is kind of has that same kind of thing. You don't own the game, you're just owning the access to the game that you're playing. They could shut down the servers on their back end, and then they'll be like, okay, well, sorry, you can't play the game anymore. But this is, I think, but for having digital content, no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. That means that the library database is the database of all the films that they're putting in the thing should be readily available for you to download. With that being said, I know that's a weird transition into it. Sony this week did an interesting announcement, which, by the way, Sony, if I can do a close-up, I would. Can you please, stop, tweeting your major announcements and and stop putting it on a blog page? I mean, you're $1 billion company. I mean, you could do, if you're wanting people to have eyes and stuff like that, you can sure as hell do it. But, you can't just go on the undertone and say something like this and not be like, people to be pissed off about it. It's like, come on, guys, just do better. But anyways, okay. So PlayStation is planning on deleting a ton of TV shows and movies. Now, what are what do I mean? So Discovery, the company Discovery and Sony has a disagreement, or have a giant disagreement. And it's to a point that this Sony is a company that you don't mess with. I will say, if they see an ounce of some sort of issue, they will just remove it until that issue is fixed on that on their end, and then that's it. They don't care about refunds, or the refund process is worse than Steam, I will say. And then and they'll be like, okay, we're our hands off until you fix that. Then we can put it in. We'll both make some money. That's it. So Discovery and Sony had a giant disagreement to a point. It got to a point where Discovery is now removing their library of shows and stuff like that. If you're like me, you'll be like, oh, okay, I know. I mean, it's Discovery. Who the frick cares about Discovery? No, not that much. It's just Discovery owns Warner Brothers. So that means Warner Brothers library is gone on Sony systems here. It's going to happen in the beginning of January. So what's going to happen is this: if you bought something on a Sony, on Sony's channel on media, then that means that you will not be able to not only be able to play it on the Sony devices digitally on a PlayStation 5 or any other sources, but you will not be able to download any of the library, because the core digital library of Warner Brothers Discovery is gone. It's legitimately off their servers. So I think that this is something. So if you paid for something, you're not going to get. You're not going to have it. You're not going to have access to it. So I think this is something that's kind of being not necessarily swept under the rug, but they are definitely not talking about it as much as they should be, because dude, Warner Brothers is, even though that they're in some they're not in some a really clean state, they are huge. That's 100 years of all this different kinds of stuff. That's DC. That's John Wick, all these other crazy shows and stuff like that that's going to happen. I mean, HBO is technically under the library of Warner Brothers of Discovery the Discovery umbrella. So you can't be able, so anything that's HBO exclusive, Westworld, freaking Game of Thrones, you can't watch Game of Thrones, any of that stuff, you are screwed. Now, to me, we have computers, laptops, and stuff like that. That's not going to hurt me. But but there are situations where PlayStation's system is a media source for people to watch this stuff, and now they don't have they don't have access. They may or may not have put some money in on this, and boom, that like you can't do it, you can't do anything about it. So I don't know what the full-on disagreement is. It's probably with Sony. It's probably some sort of level of the piece of the pie that they get for the digital content that they're putting on their platform, like it usually is, because they're all about making money, and as well as it should be. No no qualms on that. But I just think that is inexcusable, completely inexcusable. To just be able to say we're just not going to support it, so, but you basically promised, or you basically gave access to get this content for people to purchase this stuff, and now when people purchase this stuff, now you're saying that they won't be able to access the stuff that they purchase. So no, if they're playing, and they didn't say anything about refunds and stuff like that on digital stuff. No, they didn't. But Sony is a conglomerate. They know what they're doing. So the idea of them just getting, so I'm pretty sure they weighed the risks of what they're doing, and they said, you know what, do it. And that's not good. So I kind of want to get your take on this, Lex. What do you think about it?
So it's interesting because I'm so much a DVD person. I know, crazy. Hear me out.
No, you're not
So
crazy.
I love going when I go to Walmart. I love going through their dollar DVD bin. I have found so many golden tickets. Also, my brother and I, when he moved out, we argued over whose copy of Clockwork Orange it was, which is also under the WB umbrella. So he took one DVD, I took another, and mine was not opened. And I
Mhm.
thought that's weird. And he was like, well, I saw it at the store and I bought it, but you can have that one. I was like, okay, I opened it. Not Clockwork Orange. I'm still mad about it. It was Lady and the Tramp and something else.
Mhm.
Why would you put that in a Clockwork Orange box? I don't know.
Mhm.
But I like going through these bins. I have found all of the Tales from the Crypts like series. I have the whole series by going through the dollar bin. I've never been one that thought, you know what, I'll buy it on my Amazon account, the movie. I've never
Mhm.
done that. I have a Kindle. I have an Amazon account. I don't buy movies. We rent sometimes, but because we have access to streaming services, we've never really purchased movies. Excuse me. And I've had people like gift me like the anniversary box of like The Labyrinth, which is a DVD. It's permanently in my PlayStation. When our power goes out or when our internet goes out, that's what I turn on the TV at night, you know? Um I've always been a just in case the power goes out, a couple DVDs is a nice thing to have. For my portable DVD player that I still own. And it still works and it's cordless. But I digress. I don't know how they're doing this. Legally wise, I mean, I understand that even if it's a game or if it's a movie, we don't technically own the title, right? Like we're basically signing a contract agreement stating that we are leasing this title from them to benefit from playing, whether it be a movie or a game, right? And I just I feel like you would have to issue a refund of something. And I'm curious too, because some companies will be like, well, you watched that movie 5 times. That was your $20 right there.
You
And we're taking it off, but you paid for it.
You know what though? Like I'm actually looking at it
Mhm.
here. The Sony actually, Sony, because Sony, like I said, they need to stop posting these like announcements on like social
Blog
media.
posts. Yeah.
Yeah, on blog posts. They actually have an update on PlayStation's.com's website itself directly. It gives you
Okay.
the list of the, I think they said 1,500 shows or shows and stuff that they're completely removing. For the most part, they are removing a lot of So thank goodness that they're not. It seems like they're removing mostly shows and stuff. So thank goodness on that. So it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
I was ranting about, but the fact that they're able to do that is is a little crazy. Most of these are just like,
It seems squirrely to me, though. Like, Jadzia
crazy
can
shows.
never watch Game of Thrones again? How rude, you know?
That would be crazy if they did that. Okay, good. So it's not as bad. Yeah, but but that'll be. Can you imagine? Yeah, because she's definitely she's Team Lannister. That's what your cat is.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't like it either, okay?
Yeah, so like Miami, yeah, okay. So most of these are just like what's it called? What, reality TV shows? I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like Love Island kind of stuff.
John
I don't actually know what Love Island is.
Love Island is basically, if you want to.
You watched it?
Yeah. No. I don't watch this stuff, but Love Island is basically it's effed up. It's freaking crazy. I'm just like, wow, people. That's what it is nowadays. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's very interesting when it comes to this. Oh wow, they're getting rid of the American murder mysteries. Oh no, I just like watching stuff like that. But dang.
I have that. But it's not on Sony.
Yeah, but still, well, yeah. For us, I don't think it's good. But like I said, I think, you know what? I think there's a place for physical content, physical like, you know, deals, because like you said, you may do DVDs physically, I don't, and then it's vice versa when it comes to gaming. But because my biggest fear is exactly what they're doing right now. Is like it is like so it's not as, like I said, not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but to say that they're able to do it is very it's very unfortunate. So yeah, so it's it is what it is, I guess, you know, to this point.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like, I also, like, try to get DVD things that I know are really hard to find online. Like, for instance, I've been on the hunt for, like, the 1985 Alice Through the Looking Glass that was made for TV special. I have one of the discs. I don't have the other half. Don't ask.
Specifically that show? What? Why?
It's fantastic.
Did they ever make it on DVD?
Yes. And I found it at Walmart, but it only had one of the two DVDs because it's long, so it cuts it right before she fights the Jabberwocky. You might remember this. It was made for TV, but like a bunch of famous people are in it. Like John Stamos is in it.
Dude, I was 2 years old when this came out.
Harold Channing was in it. It was on TV a lot when I was a kid, and my grandma had it on VHS, but I don't think she has it anymore.
Apparently you can watch it. You can watch it on YouTube for free.
That's a different one.
No, it's the 1985.
Send me the link.
Yeah, it says wait. Okay, it says 1985. They call it 1985 Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if it might be.
Might be different.
Is the girl wearing a red and white dress? If you remember,
she's wearing a pinafore.
I don't know what that is. Look. Sure. Okay, I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Dang, this thing was 2 parts. Okay, that was.
I'm telling you, it's long. It was made for TV. I watched it. It was so really good.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll send you the link and then you confirm it with me. But yeah, I was just like, dang.
I'm always.
Why is it so like? But why do you remember that specifically? I mean, that seems very, very interesting.
Carol Channing's in it, and I loved Carol Channing, and she does a real creepy voice in it.
I don't remember who Carol.
But there's
Channing
a lot
is.
of like super famous like dance people. So like because I grew up in the ice skating world, my parents and my grandparents were really big on showing me like black and whites and, you know, like Singing in the Rain kind of genre-y stuff. And so I watched a lot of that. And a lot of those people after they retired are in the movie. And so I was really excited because I was like, oh, I know all these people. And yeah.
Do you know what one of the saddest things to kind of when you sit down and watch is when you watch a Muppets movie and then you know how Muppet movies usually like you sit down and you watch it.
I say that.
I know, but like the thing is just Scott Baio. Was Scott Baio in it? He was a cat.
He was a what?
He was a cat. He was the Cheshire Cat.
The Cheshire Cat. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm looking at the list right now. It's like Sid Caesar. Yeah. I don't know who that is. Imogen Coca. Okay, the cook. Okay, well, Sammy Davis Jr.
Yes, And he sings the
What
Lion and
the?
the Unicorn sign I have behind me. He sings that. It's
This
so
is
good.
this is so great. You know what? We need to watch this together.
Please.
That is.
What are you doing later? It's so good.
This is insanely fun. I mean,
Yeah.
this is funny.
It's
Wow.
a star-studded cast.
Roddy
I don't know what to tell
McDowell.
you. Yeah.
Holy crap! There is a lot of people here.
And
Okay,
John Stamos.
they don't say John. I haven't come across
He's in
John
there.
Stamos yet.
Keep scrolling.
No, I'm actually watching. I have it listed on the YouTube on the right. But oh my god,
Right?
this is funny. Okay, but
I'm looking for the DVDs for it though.
Yeah,
So if anyone sees them, I'll pay you.
Like I said, I digress though. But like when you go see a Muppet movie, because Muppets,
that bit.
yeah. When I see the movie, the Muppet movie, you see all the celebrities because they always have celebrities inside the Muppet movie.
Yeah.
Of its time, and then you're like watching it, you're like, man, okay, this person passed away. This person isn't here anymore. It's like, oh, Gregory Hines.
Yep.
Like Muppets, like I can't watch Muppet Takes Manhattan anymore because of that.
I've never watched Muppets Take Manhattan. I've watched one or two Muppets movies.
Oh God! When I was a kid, I loved the Muppets, man. Like Muppets Take
You
Manhattan.
didn't have cable,
Well, it wasn't cable. We bought the VHS tape a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then what's it called? Muppet Treasure Island was good. Muppet Christmas Carol.
I've seen Christmas Carol and I have seen Treasure Island.
Yeah, but like there was like in the 80s is when the kind of was at the when the Muppets were at its giant peak. Yeah, and then they had, you remember, yeah, and then there was like a lot of different Muppet movies. But yeah, I can't watch any of them because I'm like, all these people are gone. Some of these people are gone that you can't remember. Yep. But anyways, yeah, I know. Wow, we super digressed on that. But yeah, but there you go. See, day and night, love the Muppets growing up. Yeah, so there.
I mean, I technically loved Muppets, but they were Jim Henson Muppets.
Yeah, this is Jim
in
Henson.
The Labyrinth.
Oh, you like the creepy, decrepit ones that give people like nightmares in their like the Dark Crystal kind of like nightmares that were in kids' dreams. Man, was that also was Return to Neverland or Neverland? I don't think that was the name. Return to Oz. Was Return to Oz also Jim Henson Muppets?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
Let me look.
Yeah. So like that was one of the things that I like for me. Oh man, that stuff was kind of creepy too because they also had claymation and stuff like that. You know.
No, Return to Oz looks like it's a Walt Disney Pictures. But God,
now it is. But back in the day, it wasn't.
Perusa Bulk played Dorothy Gale.
Yeah,
I've never seen this.
You never seen Return to Oz? Oh, dude, you need to watch Return to Oz. You know what? Yeah, that's what it is. If you watch Alice in Wonderland, you're gonna would you do like a setting of Alice in Wonderland, and then we need to do a setting of Return to Oz.
Oh, she was so cute.
Yeah, you would. I think Return to Oz is a series that you would love. Or it's a movie that you would love.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a movie. Sorry, yeah, it's a movie that you would love. Technically, when I watched it, I was like, I recently watched.
Kind of terrifying.
Yeah, it is. It is very terrifying. Like
Eggs in Toyland status. I hated that movie. My mom would put it on all the time.
I think it's worse than Babes. I think it's worse. I think it's like Labyrinth Darkness.
Okay.
In the world of Oz. I think Return to Oz is a great one. This was supposed to be like the sequel of after Dorothy left Oz, the world of Oz. Then she comes back, but Oz is also in trouble with some but Oz, the land of Oz, was dying. So so she had to go and find out what was wrong and fix it and all that stuff.
And she miraculously was younger than when she first came. Got it.
By the way, it could be like a daughter. I don't know if that was the same one. Maybe. I don't know what it was, but it was good. It was a good one. This is when movies took chances of like, this is the most far-fetched stories we've seen out there, but we're gonna roll a dime on this and see if it makes money. Yeah, so that's the time when like movies when cinema was like, okay, here you go, experiments on everything, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyways. Golly, dude, that's so crazy. Anyways, see, we're more in common than you think. Let's.
Yeah, we like Sons of Anarchy and we
Yeah,
like weird stuff.
yeah, there
Nice.
you go. Yeah, see, that's funny. All right. Final topic is me ranting about. Oh,
Yep.
actually, me and Lex ranting about it because Lex, you tried,
I
and
couldn't
but
get
you,
in.
yeah, you couldn't get in
So
either.
mad. I woke up early.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what it was because last week, Smitty was talking about Eminem was going to be doing a special, like they were doing a special thing with Eminem in the world of Fortnite. So in Fortnite itself, currently they were using the classic map to kind of send it off away. You know, who knows when they, or if they ever will plan on coming back to it again. So the new season is going to come with the brand new map, which happens today. So they were teasing for about 2 weeks about, oh, Eminem is coming to Fortnite. Oh, there's going to be a special thing that's going to happen in the game. There was a giant countdown clock, and whenever you played it, that was saying, "Oh, watch out! You got so and so days before so and so comes, before this meteor comes and hits the world, and it's going to it's going to turn into something else." And so they did. So they did a really good job. They did a really good job on marketing and stuff like that. So we were under the impression that they were going to do what they usually do when it comes to having a musician or star and have a live concert and stuff like that. So the hype was pretty real about this with Eminem. And it's not, and I'm not blaming M on this in any way. However, the whole process of but today it was a nightmare. It was an incredible nightmare of just, I don't know, maybe we came on an off day for the game or for the deal. But what happened was this. At 2 o'clock, the event should have was supposed to happen. So obviously all you had to do was you had to log in, and then you would get into the event, and it was going to be live. Everything was gonna be good, and everything should have been smooth. Oh no, it wasn't. What you had to do, you had to go into a queue. You got into a queue, and the queue was incredibly long. Like, even to the standard of how big Fortnite is, didn't justify why this queue was long. Like, you know, it's kind of weird. So because and here the little bit of me, here's a little bit of me. I don't play Fortnite. The last time I played Fortnite was 2017 when I purchased the original PvE version of it. I never played the PvP. I wanted to try out playing this game with my friends and stuff for the first time. But I did a little bit with Twiggy, and I will admit it's pretty fun. Without the building in the PvP form. So I decided, okay, I want to try doing this. Lex said, I want to try doing this as well. So we get up early. We're going to go in. I was planning on streaming it. And but apparently, so I was like, luckily I decided, okay, let me get inside, open the game up. Queue was 1 hour and 45 minutes. 1 freaking hour and 45 minutes. And I was like, this is insane. What is going on here? Like you're telling me you can't keep up with the demand? There's no freaking way. And Lex, I don't know, what was your experience on this queue?
2-hour queue.
2 hour? When did you?
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, and when did you come in?
I got up at 11:30, and then I went on my island, and I had 2 games open technically. I saw that the queue was long, and so I started waiting. I think it was like 11:40 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
PM PST my time. It was probably around 11:40, and it was like 2 hours and 10 minutes. I was like, that'll change. It's fine. Like, it's just giving me an overestimate. It's kind of like, oh, your download's going to take 15 minutes and it takes 8, you know? So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just hold out hope.
Oh my
It
God,
never
no.
came up.
Yeah.
I just waited. I waited. And then at 12:15, I was like, never mind. I'll just
Yeah.
watch it later.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. It's whatever. I wonder
Okay.
what it was like if they kicked everybody out and then made them get back in?
Oh no, it didn't, because like, so I got in. I eventually got in. I got in maybe 30 minutes before the time, the allotted time that they said they were going to do it, because I believe your time was supposed to be. It was this event was supposed to happen at 12 o'clock your time.
Mine started over 2 day.
Yeah, yeah. So like what you ended so what so I came in 30 minutes before it happened. I got in and it was just normal as it is, and then it was reminding people about it and stuff like that. But then what was weird is that, so if you came in before the allotted time, there wasn't like, I don't okay, so I don't know how the previous events, like the Travis Scott and the other event, the other music,
I saw
Marshmallow,
Ariana
the Marshmallow
Grande's,
event. Yeah,
right.
yeah. I don't know how that worked. I was assuming that there was like a waiting, like a place or a specific spot there to kind of show the concert itself, or a process to be able to see as the world, in a world view, the process of it. So no, not for Eminem. So like what happened at 2 o'clock was that they said, oh, if you go in a cart, if you go in like any of the carts or the stuff in, and you listen to the radio in the vehicles, you're going to be you can listen to Eminem songs into of it. And I was like, that's not what I was here for. I was here to see what the live event was, and what we're seeing right now is the event. This is on Eminem Music's YouTube page. So I don't know that we're seeing right now, but this is what you would have saw. This is what you're seeing at the beginning of the new event that was created. So there was a video package of it. Then I get there's another announcement that says if you missed out on the 2 o'clock event, that they were going to repeat it at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And I was like, what is going on, man? Like what is this? It's ridiculous. Oh, Marshmallow and Travis Scott had no cue like this. Really? Oh, you know what? I need to. Okay, for some reason, yeah. Sorry about the spam thing. I saw how they do a Just Nightbot, so that was on me in the day. So sorry about that. But the yeah. So that is. I mean, I don't know. I just think that they didn't. They kind of went into. There was a hype, a certain maybe an overstatement of the hype of this thing, and I think that it was implemented poorly. Or
Well,
I think I may be doing it wrong. I don't know, dude.
here's what I thought was gonna happen. So Eminem would put on a show, whatever that may be. I assumed max 10 minutes because I knew the meteor was gonna hit, and then we had seen little things like a Lego land and like all these little clues, right? And so I was like, well, the meteor's gonna hit, and then I think they're gonna send us off into space, and then we're gonna get a preview of what's to come, right? So in my mind, I didn't think it would be that long. But you're telling me this man, not one, but two abridged, which means that it's a shortened version of both songs? Seriously? Okay,
Mm,
whatever. Maybe y'all can't afford him. I don't know. But
probably.
like
Yeah.
I was a little shocked. I knew it wasn't gonna be a concert, but I at least thought he was gonna play Rap God, you know what I mean? And like the full song and be like stepping over us kind of situation. I don't
Mhm.
know. That's what I expected. Again, I shouldn't have had expectations because then I got disappointed because I had a
Mm.
2 hour and 10-minute queue. I was also so for the event, when you finally got in, because it looked like I was queuing into a game, and I was like,
Mhm.
well, it is a game, and technically I am queuing into a game, but am I gonna get shot and then I get thrown off the field? Like, how's this gonna work? Um, because again, I didn't go to the Travis Scott. I think where
You know
was
what I
I?
think though? You know
Hmm.
what I think? I could think that I could be wrong about. Remember what I said? Like I don't think Eminem was gonna hit numbers as like what Smitty was talking about. Like I didn't think Eminem was
Right.
gonna be that popular. It's possible. Now it may be possible because it drew me in to play a game that I never play, to try
Right.
to experience it. It's very possible that they didn't expect the amount of people that were trying to log in could have been past their level of expectations of how good this was, because even the Marshmallow thing was a success, but the Marshmallow's fan, maybe like, and Marshmallow brought a lot of people into this game.
Right.
Eminem could have done maybe triple, quadruple that. I don't know. Maybe maybe to help himself, because I mean Eminem is a big
Right.
big name when it comes to like, that you want to mess with. Like for instance, like like because Travis Kelsey is dating Taylor
She put
Swift,
him on the map, y'all.
and then now it's like people they don't even call they don't call the Kansas City Chiefs the Chiefs, they call them the Taylor Swift, like on the
Right.
radio, like
Yeah.
like that kind of thing, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, dude, this
Well,
is
here's the kicker. It's about the Travis Kelsey. His documentary came out the same day that he announced he was dating Taylor Swift.
no, I
It's all
didn't.
fake. It's all fake. They're not
Nor do
actually dating.
I don't really care
I
personally,
don't
like
either. I don't
that sounds,
listen to
yeah.
Taylor Swift. That makes a lot of people mad. Sorry. Spade
It's
was
like,
obsessed, and
yeah,
Harley was too. I couldn't. Oh, if I heard a
hey,
Taylor Swift song, I was gonna crash my car.
hey, look at it this way. She's a smart businesswoman. Give her that.
Oh,
So, like, I'll give her
absolutely.
that. Yeah. So, like, I don't know what it was, but the thing that killed me is like the queues, bro. The queues are so bad.
2
Like,
hours
for
and
a
10
game.
minutes.
Yeah. No, Fortnite has queues for literally everything new. They just had limited service. But
Yeah.
I don't.
But you should
But
have
are
expected this. I
queues this
mean,
bad? Like, are queues really
no.
that normally this bad? I don't think I've ever seen queues hitting
No.
that bad on
No.
Fortnite. Ever this bad. Like maybe no, I'll take it back. The queues were terrible when day one, but obviously it's day one. They don't know what the expectations is for that. But like to see what people were experiencing today, I don't even know. I want to
Well,
give them benefit. I don't even know how I would give them benefit of the doubt for
right.
this because Fortnite
Well,
is a known entity for this kind of stuff.
yeah.
So who
Well, and
knows?
like for me, I've never seen one of the events live. I've seen it through other people's streams. Opie, can you get that? And so I Googled like how early should I get in? And it was like, oh, 20 minutes early, you should be fine. I was like, okay. And that's what
Mm.
I did. And I was not okay. And it like 12, I think 12:15, I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna nope, I'm
Oh,
done.
they're saying officially the queue is because of the amount of people that were logged in trying to get into the Eminem event. So
Hmm.
I mean, it could be a little bit column A, a little bit column B. I don't think it's just Fortnite being Fortnite because I don't.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's like I
Normally, the
think
queues aren't long.
yeah,
Like,
I think
for
the
a 4
name.
team, it's like 2 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, the name. I think the name who they got was a lot. They underestimated the amount of people because I underestimated it. I thought that Eminem's thing was gonna give a good push, but I didn't think it was gonna get to a point where it was Fortnite. Why is there? Yeah, here it is. Like there's like a lot of different articles about
Yeah.
this. Let
Well,
me
and what's
see.
interesting too is like you and I both thought like this is gonna be this is gonna be a big event. And Smitty was like, I don't think so. Like we're millennials. Like
Oh,
he
I
was
said that.
our or you said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
here's the thing is my godchildren are listening to Eminem. So it's like he's being rediscovered all over again. Like, oh, have you heard of this new artist, Eminem? I'm like, he's not new. And they're like, who's Christina Aguilera? I'm like, oh, y'all went on a deep dive. Like,
Okay,
okay.
so there's two parts. They're saying for
Okay.
what they're saying. First part is they're saying it's a new season. They say usually there's a queue because it's a new season itself. And then they're saying it's not because I'm on Game Rant right now, and they're
Right.
saying unfortunately it's not uncommon for players to be unable to start Fortnite once a new season launches or when a big event goes live. The guide will explain why some games are encountering a queue when trying to boot up Fortnite.
Mhm.
But then they say below that they said that it's normal for Fortnite to have player issues logging in whenever a season comes out. However, the queues are are particularly worse because of the extensive time for the because it overclocked the amount of people that was trying to get in at the same time to experience the queues for Eminem. So I don't know. This may be the reason. Like I said, like it might be the reason that they underestimated the amount of people that Eminem was gonna bring in. So like
Yeah.
yeah, because like I mean yeah, I'll give a benefit of the doubt that this is a new season and they weren't expecting they might have done came into it, but an event mixture with the with all of that, it's like a perfect storm, like just a perfect
Right.
storm of different outside entities that were coming in to make an issue that already exists to be 100% exposed now because
Right.
yeah, because they immediately said we're gonna redo it at a later time of the day if you missed it out in the first time. So
Yeah. I uh, start lining up now, y'all. That's insane. Yeah, it is nostalgia for sale, and, like, that's fine, but also I don't know, like, again, for the other events, nobody ever complained to me because I have a lot of friends that play Fortnite. No one ever complained to me that there was like, "Oh, I had to wait 45 minutes to get into the Ariana Grande event or the Marshmello event or the Travis
Mhm.
Scott." Nope, nobody complained, and I remember, like, I had the events written down, but I wasn't gonna get in, and so I went to somebody else's stream who I knew played, and as like, logged on to them to watch them, they had literally just loaded up the game with, like, 30 seconds to go, and they got in. And I'm like, "Oh,
Can you
okay,
imagine, I mean, the amount of money they must have given him,
dude."
Eminem, his deal, just to be like, okay, we're gonna do 15 minutes, we're gonna make some skins, and so and so of you, and that's it. And it was like, okay, it's gonna cost, we're gonna give you millions of dollars just for the name and title and stuff. I'm like, oh my
Multi-million. Oh,
god,
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
multi-million. I was like, holy crap! It's like, okay, well, here's the thing though, too, especially with Eminem, he doesn't like to do concerts. Like he doesn't like he's done
No,
concerts.
he
He's done
doesn't like
concerts.
to.
Yeah, he doesn't like to travel. He is known to be a dude that doesn't travel and doesn't do stuff. He's did one European tour back in the day. I want to say the Chronic tour.
Mhm.
And then also the Marshall Mathers LP tour that he did, but that was like 20 years ago, over 20, almost 20 years ago. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. So just to say, like, if you wanted to ever see him live, it's always like a surprise or something that he comes in as a random feature, but he doesn't perform. He doesn't perform live
Yeah,
shows
and
at
he
all.
normally surprises people, like, when he was on the Super Bowl, I don't think anyone knew he was performing, right? Like, he just
Yeah.
showed up with 50,
Hmm.
and it was, like, a surprise. I don't know, I think he's also fearful of, getting shot.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
know.
that. I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I mean, he lives
I
in
don't
freaking
know.
Detroit, for crying out loud. I
That's true.
mean,
That's
yeah.
true. But, I mean, you never know, like, fame, like, sometimes people become real fearful, but for someone that doesn't tour, like, he's rich, rich, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the only reason why he didn't tour was because he was also raising his daughter by
Yeah,
himself. So he wanted to be
he
at
didn't
home a
want her to
lot.
go on tour, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I think that's the main thing. But like, because I mean, no, the dude is like,
But
no,
for
I
someone
think the
who
dude
didn't
goes
go
great
on tours, he made a lot of money regardless of that. You
because
don't the
he is good.
irregardless.
He's
Yeah,
really, yeah,
no,
he's like his albums, he like the time when he was released. I mean, because his wordplay, I like his wordplay. I mean,
I do too.
people knock on him saying, "Oh, it's not that complicated," but I'm like, dude, yeah, you try to make try to make sense and do double entendres of words and then making it rhyme and make sense of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
he's a
ahead, do it.
wordsmith.
Yeah, it's simple. It's simple. Yeah, just go do it. Like when you listen to Rap God, or if you listen even his more recent stuff, not as good in my personal opinion. I prefer his older stuff, but
Yeah,
Rap God is good. If you listen to Godzilla, which I think he buries Rap God in Godzilla when we talk about speed rapping. Like
mhm.
he's even longer on that. So yeah, definitely listen to his stuff. Yeah. So but other than that, it is what it is. So
Maybe
uh,
I don't know.
oh, you are?
I'm
Oh
not
no, yeah, I
saying
wasn't
that.
saying
Punk rock till the day I die. No,
that.
I don't know.
No.
People, hey, they all have their reasons. It's none of my business.
Mm,
I always wanted to see him live, and I never will
yeah.
ever get an opportunity to, and that's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott's back on tour though, and I for sure want
Missy
to go.
Elliott's back on tour. Holy crap!
Yes. She's got new
Really?
music. It's
I didn't take a
so
look at it.
good.
I
Oh,
didn't take a
it's
look at
so good.
that.
And she lost weight. She's got a revenge body. Oh, she looks great.
Wow.
She looked great before, but, like,
Does she?
goddamn.
Does she not look the same like at all or what?
Oh, she looks good.
I
Not
didn't take a
like
look at it.
got work done good, but, like, damn,
Real
girl, like,
like
who broke
healthy.
your heart? And, like, you were up in that gym working.
Well, the
Like, she
problem,
dances
yeah,
live and everything. Like,
Missy Elliott
it's
had
so good.
Missy Elliott's had medical issues for like forever. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Was the problem because he had the biggest issue. I think she had a thyroid issue
Mhm.
that sidelined her for literally like
Yeah.
years, and that
And
was
she
the
stopped
problem.
producing too.
Yeah, and stopped producing. It's probably because she got depressed or something. Because like that, because remember it was hit like her and Timberland what are the bet like were like
They were
the
besties,
best when
man.
it comes into this though.
Yeah.
And, you know, like she's also the one that also said that made Aaliyah popular.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, I no, she's definitely seasoned when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah.
I never
So
wanna see any rapper live. Scyther, you
yeah.
shush.
All right, guys. Folks, thank you for listening to episode number 200. I know this was kind of more of an unconventional episode than we normally do.
A
we're
deep
just all over the
dive.
place. Yes.
Yep.
Maybe it's because we're just excited because it's episode 200. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was good. But guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to what we like to ramble and talk about. But guys, if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly okay. We release it each and every week at the beginning of each week on Monday. So on all podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitch Radio, Podbean, so much more. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices.
Ooh.
Guys, we will be back again next week. Well, actually, next week we'll be back on Friday. Next week, because I will be going to an event and going to be covering in a local event. So we're going to be Friday same time, 6 p.m. Well 6 p.m. Pacific time. So definitely check us out that evening. We're gonna have some awesome topics to talk about then. So once again, this is Davis and Lex signing off. Y'all take it easy.
Bye. And go watch it on YouTube.